Chapter 71. The Science of Living. What can be done to stay the tide of disease and crime that is sweeping our race down to ruin and to death? As the great cause of the evil is to be found in the indulgence of appetite and passion, so the first and great work of reform must be to learn and practice the lesson of temperance and self-control. To effect a permanent change for the better in society, the education of the masses must begin in early life. The habits formed in childhood and youth, the tastes acquired, the self-control gained, the principles inculcated from the cradle are almost certain to determine the future of the man or woman. The crime and corruption occasioned by intemperance and lax morals might be prevented by the proper training of the youth. Health and self-control. One of the greatest aids in perfecting pure and noble characters in the young, strengthening them to control appetite and refrain from debasing excesses, is sound physical health. And on the other hand, these very habits of self-control are essential to the maintenance of health. It is of the highest importance that men and women be instructed in the science of human life and the best means of preserving and acquiring health. Especially is youth the time to lay up a stock of knowledge to be put in daily practice through life. Youth is the time to establish good habits, to correct wrong ones already contracted, to gain and to hold the power of self-control, and to lay the plan and accustom oneself to the practice of ordering all the acts of life with reference to the will of God and the welfare of our fellow creatures. Jesus did not ignore the claims of the body. He had respect for the physical condition of man and went around healing the sick and restoring their faculties to those suffering from their loss. Life a trust. The young should be shown that they are not at liberty to do as they please with their lives. Now is their day of trust, and by will come their day of reckoning. God will not hold them guiltless for treating lightly his precious gifts. The world's Redeemer has paid an infinite price for them, and their lives and talents belong to him, and they will finally be judged according to the faithful or unfaithful stewardship of the capital which God has entrusted to their care. They should be taught that the greater their endowment of means and opportunities, the more heavily does the responsibility of God's work rest upon them, and the more they are required to do. If the youth are thus brought up to feel their responsibility to the Creator and the important trust given them in their own lives, they will hesitate to plunge into the vortex of dissipation and crime that swallows up so many of the promising young men of our age.